Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and welcome back to Cubeland in Space Engineers, where I've made a little bit of progress, including discovering the things that were going wrong with my drilling setup. So you can see now that it's sort of working as intended. Our second piston, it's got a little bit of drag on it, but it's quite okay. And so the problems were, number one, the rotor was off, and when the rotor is off and the drills are on, they basically have enough momentum to push themselves around pretty damn quickly. So that was actually a dangerous situation. I think if it goes too fast, everything could just explode. But once we put it on, it's now basically turning at its very, very slow rate. And then it was actually the same problem with the pistons. One that I was looking to activate just was not on at the time. So let's take a quick look again at this one. If I go for the control panel, we can now see here that our drills are on, our advanced rotor is on at a speed, tiny velocity of 0.04 RPM. And then these pistons are currently off, but there's still a little bit more to go. This one can go to 10 meters and this one as well. So we can definitely go deeper. And all I have to do for that is basically press on. And now you can see here we're down to 7.6. You can even see the pistons move down back here. And I tend to either go per meter or per half meter and then let the drill do its work a little bit. And then in the background, you should be able to hear that we slowly have stone that keeps being added, and the refinery just turns that into resources. So it works. And if when you're done, when both of them get to 10 meters, all you do is click reverse, then click on, and then they'll just pull themselves back, and you can decide whether you want to add another piston and go even deeper, or you want to like move the stuff or things like that. But there we go. These drills are still going, making a nice straight hole in the ground, and all of that stone is in this system and is converted to resources, which has given me the opportunity to get working on the mining cube. So here it is, definitely a similar design to the previous one, but some things have changed. We're basically trying that drill setup over here with a bit of balance, right? We only have small pistons that have to carry all of this, so I was looking for more balance. It's 5 of them in a single line, and all of this, I had a little bit of trouble switching the rotor to like small connectors for these drills. So we went this way, connected the rotor to a cargo container, and then those could be connected down here to the pistons and then to the drills. So I activated it. It doesn't explode, but I haven't tried bringing it down to the ground or anything like that just yet. And then what's happening as well is, of course, with this being the central spire of this cube, of this mining cube, we can't really do the central engine block, and so I went with engines basically on the outside here. So we get upwards thrusters, a large atmospheric to help with this. Then we get thrusters in all directions, and then those that'll be pushing down. Just, you know, a little bit of extra forward momentum, because the ship is actually going to move forward in this direction. And then, of course, we get our hydrogen tanks, O2H2 generators, a couple of engines for power, some batteries on there that still need a lot of work. And, well, it's not finished, but I think that basically the basics of this... Oh, this one is actually at 2. That's nice. That the basics for this cube, this mining cube, are there. And then at the top, I'm basically I got started on the direction I want to do for the finish. Of course, we get solar panels. I like this kind of a finish on them, right? Nice edge, so they feel like they're incorporated. And underneath these, it's actually fully armored. So this ought to be like a pretty solid construction. Especially, I'm not sure if it'll carry all that weight, but especially if I can do it everywhere. And then we can still perhaps have a little bit of room for maybe a defensive turret or two in this as well. But at the back here, there should definitely be room for a lot more solar panels. So overall, I am pretty happy. And yeah, let's see if we can just fly it over there towards the iron, activate the drills, and just see if it doesn't explode or if I haven't made too many glaring mistakes or anything like that. What I tend to do quite often now is, of course, just go here to your survival kit, press F full energy, full HP, and then down here I run 2 hydrogen bottles, and I just regularly put them here in the O2H2 generator. We're at 100%, so we could like go after any signals or anything we want to do pretty easily. And then to show you guys, because we do have a connector that is meant to go into this connector, that means I still need to build a floor here as well. I think then the landing should be calculated correctly. And then up here, of course, we have our control seat. And so when it's fully docked, it's going to be right next to this. So I basically had to put the entrance on top of the cube. Another one here just for symmetry. So what I have to do is I press F here, right? We're coming into the pilot's cabin. Over here, you've got basically all of the tech. Actually a remote control block for the mining, an antenna as well. I put a beacon up and then some gyroscopes. There's some more gyroscopes throughout the ship, but that is that. And then when I press F, here are the things that I prepared for this. Oh man, it's pretty black, and all right, mouse is not responsive. That's probably because my landing gear is docked. So number 1 is all the landing gear, 4 of them. Number 2 are the thrusters, all of them on off. Then number 3 is the connector. That one will be on off as well. That's true. That's something that I still have to do actually. Well, not for this one, but I also need to have the sorter that'll push everything through the connector. I need to have an on-off button for that as well. And then number 5 is the engines. Why is that? These engines actually consume, if I go to my control panel, they tend to consume the hydrogen that's in the tank. Now, not a lot of ice is bringing me up to 25%, but if I would activate these engines and turn that into power, then of course that'll start to dwindle. So at 25%, we should definitely be able to make it up to the iron stuff there and land and hope that we can maybe do a little bit of mining testing. So, all right, let's get ready. I think we're good to go. So I am going to unlock the ship. That's relocked. So ready to go. Oh, it wasn't locked. Damn, I made a mistake. Oh, and it relocks. So auto lock must still be on. All right. And I'm gonna switch to actually engines on. Ready to go. And here we go. All right, that felt decently good, decently responsive here. Going back, going forward, that's all quite nice. And going up, yeah, that's very fast. So we can definitely carry this ship. That's very nice. Now my visibility is not great, so we're gonna do V and then Alt zoom out a little bit. So there is my my cube. And I'm actually going to just go straight back without moving the mouse too much so that I can stay decently flat on everything. Maybe I'll try and just do that, right? So this cube can go in all directions. So far, I'm not spotting too much damage. And then over to the right. Now I'm actually gonna go back into the... Yeah, because we have some visibility problems for sure. Let's get back out here. See if I can maybe turn without crashing this way. Yes, I can. All right. And then try and put myself... Let's see. Can I put myself upright a little bit more? Now, if I go back inside here... That's not very responsive, I have to say. Interesting. But I can definitely go forward a little bit more until we're above where normally we have some iron. The main goal is actually to grab the ice, but we'll see at like 30 meters. And then I'm gonna go slowly down. And yeah, normally I should be able to... Ah, there we go. Now it does respond. Putting myself a little bit more upright. Oh, did I go out of the chair? Holy crap. All right. Let's see. Press V. And then I wanna... My tilting doesn't seem to wanna work that well. Interesting. So that's something I'll have to look into here. But I do think that if we like touch with the first bit of landing gears... There we go. And then I disengage the engines or push down a bit more. Yeah, let's disengage the... Jesus Christ. Unlocked. Not sure if we fell there. But alright, we moved the ship. That's Number 1, engines are off, and for some reason I am still unlocked, which is a little bit of a worry, but at least it looks like we're big enough that on this flat lake it doesn't matter that much. And this one is actually locked. Why did it say it was not locked? All right, so that's a problem. Let's see if I can quickly try to fix that. And of course I do have to go back up here within the cockpit to do that. They're supposed to be unlocked. There we go, unlocked. Oh! At least we took that brunt, and I think we're okay. But so, man, I'll have to see. What the hell is that? Why couldn't I like turn the angle of my ship more than what happened here? But all right, we're locked. Engines are off. I can go back into this view. I can go out of the chair here, and that should now look a little bit healthier. Yeah, 2 of these are locked, and this one is like a little bit above, but I would say that's acceptable for a first test flight on this one. Definitely need to see how I fix that. And then the way I was envisioning the mining is don't be in the cockpit when you're mining, but we'll try to do that yeah, from here. And then where the hell is the iron? Right here at 15 meters. So we're definitely not far enough, but let's get the mining test done here as well after that awkward flight. Yeah, we'll see. Next up here, let me take a look. I need to go to the mining cube, and then down here we have a remote control block that allows me to take control, and I've prepared for the remote control block the drills on off, the advanced rotor on off, and then all of the pistons and on off as well. And then on the control 2 I have the reverses for all of the pistons. So this should give me a pretty easy process to activate those drills, pull them down, pull them back up, and all of that stuff. What's really important though is that I activate the rotor first. Man, that's interesting how it's so blocky, the way it moves. I'm not sure if I really like that, but it's sort of doing it, so let's go. Next up then I'll activate my drills. There they go. That becomes a little bit more edgy, but it's the idea. This is the test. I could bring it down to 3 drills as well if I want to, but go big or go home, as they say. And then of course now let's activate the first piston, and let's see if that piston manages to push itself down. Not really seeing much action on that front just yet. I can check on that though. Control panel for mining cube. Yeah, that's where I am at. And then I will look for the pistons. Off, off, on. And it's still at 0 meters. So it is not moving down. There may just be too much stuff on this one. Oh, velocity minus 0.5. Let's see what the others are doing. Or are set at also minus 0.5. Interesting. So that piston is on and not going. So I'm actually going to click reverse on this one. There it goes. Ooh, it actually goes very fast. Let's toggle it back off. And there... There they are. All right, there they are. So now we should be adding ice to this one. Number one thing to watch out for, but that should be okay, that we don't of course mine underneath my landing gear. And here we also have these ore detectors right next to the landing gear, so that should give me a nice view up to 50 meters in depth below the ship. But there we go. Now it's mining ice rather awkwardly, but it's doing it. It's doing its circle, so that's already pretty cool. And we can take a look at the mining cube, and then of course at the inventory. That's pretty important. So now you can see here the ice is being brought into the drills and then taken up by converters. The O2H2 generators are grabbing some of it to turn it into fuel for the engines, and then the rest of it gets parked into cargo containers. Couple small ones. Ooh, they're very small. Interesting. So I think You can always leave that as slight reserves for the ice, but here this one is already full, this one is full as well, this one is full as well. Ooh, that's very fast. And then our large container is now full as well. So yeah, we are already done. That's faster than what I thought. So let's get back to the control panel. Let's get back to the, where is it? Remote control block. We are going to take control of this, and then we're going to turn everything off. So first the drills go off, then the rotor goes off, and then I have to do a control 2. I will reverse piston number 1, control 1, and then on the 3 I'm going to pull it back. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Bring those drills back home, baby. That is great. So that is that. And then let's take a look at the result. Lovely, lovely strip mining of this ice. So my analysis on this, I'm basically lacking a lot in cargo capacity for the ship here, the way it is. Now, is there maybe a problem with my... So here we have some more of these, and then up here I thought I also put some gyroscopes. Honestly, I mean, this should work. This should be fine. And so here I can definitely extend the cargo capacity, right? I can add lots of medium containers here. I can add medium containers, well, not that way. But maybe I can connect this there and then put more medium, maybe even a large container over here, for instance. Could even connect it like that if I want to. So there's options for me to increase the cargo capacity. In fact, all of this here above and up to this point can be filled to the brim with that. So that's something to look into, of course. But now also I will end with landing closer to the base, not on the base just yet. So let's see if I can do that. I think I prefer the outside view, to be honest. And engines are on, because now we are fully charged with what I've got. And of course we have to see if it can still pull up like this. Ready to go. Yeah, it's pulling up. Honestly, this feels very, very doable. This is quite good. I'm actually gonna push the engines around a little bit now, just to try and see also how far their damage ranges are. But that seems to be quite okay. And then, let's see here. So still, well, there's a little bit of movement on the change the axis, but not that great. So I think, and I keep pressing F instead of V to go back to the first person view, that the way I really have to do this is very carefully move the mouse around and try to keep it super on the center here until I can see the base, which is right over there. That's good. Then I can press V and then we can just move forward. There we go. Ah, my Borg cube is taking shape. Oop, oop, way too fast, way too fast. I'm breaking as everything I've got. All right, things to note. I mean, it's only 8 small thrusters, but that was almost enough to get me in trouble and to bounce into my base. So the final approach must be done very slowly, maybe even automated. Could do that with the remote control block, of course, potentially. And then I'm gonna just try to land maybe a little bit closer to the base. Oh, look at my drills. They don't like that motion. I wonder if I could lock them somehow. That would potentially solve that, but everything is still up and running, so this is still sort of okay. Pull them back maybe just a little bit. And now slow landing. We are landed. Engines off. Locking. Little bit of jangling around there. But yes, I like it. I like it a lot. So now I'm gonna leave this like here for now so that I can build up the landing pad, and then hopefully I calculate it correctly for the connector. But I would say this is very nice, a first successful test for the mining cube. Obviously I don't like how much these drills are now moving weirdly around. Maybe there's solutions for that, but honestly, this is already taking up a lot of real estate. So I'll take a look at refining this. I do think I'm going to up the cargo capacity substantially on this one, because we really did not mine a lot. Back here is the hole that we made. So if I ever like want to mine for other resources that are deeper down and specific ones, we definitely have to also like either lose a lot of the other resources or just have an enormous amount of cargo capacity. But this is an amazing ship already. I'm in love with this. I love this Borg cube concept, so I'm definitely gonna finish this. The outside, I think I'm gonna make it fully armored. Lots more solar panels, maybe a little bit of defense on all of this as well. Try to increase cargo capacity, and then basically also try to make so that I can connect with the base, dump everything in there, and then go back out there for more stuff as another unknown signal descends from space. Yeah, I love this. This is an amazing game, and what I also like now for the cube land here is that I made all of this by myself. So I'm really starting to understand these basics for the game and these designs. So I love it. And that was the maiden voyage, the first test for the mining cube. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you next time. Oh, and I'll actually then probably go and pick that up there.